We're here at the Oslo Freedom Forum with Garry Kasparov, newly named
Chairman of the Human Rights Foundation.
Could you give us a little bit of the background for why you thought it was important to get involved with the foundation?
I think they do a great job by not simply promoting the ideas of human rights and freedom, but also bringing people together and giving them a chance to exchange these fresh ideas and how to adjust these centuries-old ideas of freedom and respect for human rights and democracy with modern technologies. So I think it's a very future-oriented forum, and that makes it, I think, quite different from the traditional old-fashioned human rights congregations.
This next question is kind of a million-dollar question, so I apologize for that in advance. You've had a relatively unique view of the world. You've traveled extensively for a very long time. You've seen probably more countries than most people have. As you look out across the world in 2012, what are the major issues that you see out there that you think it's most important for business folks to be addressing?
I think we are living in a very exciting but also dangerous time because the world is about to change. Now, one can say that the world changes every day, and every year, every month, every week brings us something new, maybe even every hour. But there's certain milestones in history, the moments where the history takes its turn. And I believe that we are now facing such an important, maybe even crucial moment in decades. The moment which will define the future of human race. Because we are facing questions that cannot be answered within the old framework. And it's not just because we have the social media and these new technologies. I think the traditional structure of governance and our beliefs in certain regulations and relations within the society, economy, politics, all established by the baby boomers, who was the first generation ever in the history of human race that never experienced a real threat of extermination, no real famine, no threat of the major war to wipe them out. This generation looked for a lot of problems and fixed many of them, so like social ills like segregation, emancipation. But I think they kept looking for risk reduction, and that's became a top priority. Whether we talk about business, about politics, about economy and finance, and even technology. So we're trying to live on the capital accumulated in the past. And it's not going to last. We could see the debt, mounting every day, and we could see the traditional solutions to the problems that need new futuristic mentality. And I believe there will be plenty of opportunities for young generation to find its spot, because it's just not a simple generational change. It's a philosophical change. We have to recover the spirit of pioneers, the risk takers, and to offer long-term view to the human race, to restore our beliefs that only going up, while of course taking risk, replacing all industries, even they are profitable by something new and not yet tested. Only this attitude can offer us a better future.
Do you notice that the younger generations are important in different ways from your generation, from the boomer generation?
Actually, I'm not a boomer generation, so I'm probably next after baby boomers, though I think I understand the mentality well. So born in 1963, so I'm close to them. So you may consider myself as part of this traditional old guard. I think that the young generation now is just empowered by these new technologies, by social media, has the same opportunity to change the world as the reformers in Europe in the early 16th century, who could actually rely on the book printing, a new tool to spread the information around and bring more people into the decision-making process. So there are so many new opportunities, and just the comprehensive philosophical concept is needed to make sure that this new generation, empowered by these new means, could build a better world.
What, if any, advice do you have for the young business folks that might be watching this and also want to do something to make a positive impact?
You should not be afraid of taking risk. Staying with the old traditional philosophy of risk reduction that was so successful in many decades bring you nowhere. So taking risk means that you could lose, but fear of losing, that's what prevents us from winning.
Thank you so much for your time.